And 11 investigates exclusive right now at 5. A woman says she and a friend were nearly abducted by a man in a van months after Cherrie Mahan vanished. She disappeared 40 years ago after getting off a bus, and that case has remained unsolved ever since.
And tonight, a woman who was 15 at the time says she was the victim of an attempted abduction. Chief Investigator Rick Earl covered the Mahan case for years now, and he sat down with this woman. And Rick, another frightening story here.
Yeah, Gordon, Lisa, it really is. It's really scary, in fact. 40 years later, she remembers the details like it happened yesterday. It was just months after Cherrie Mahan vanished, the community already on edge. As the years have gone by, she's now even more convinced the two cases may be connected. Yeah, do you feel lucky to be alive?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
On a spring night in 1985 in the city of Butler, 15-year-old Lori Bortmus and her friend were walking home from an under-21 dance club. They turned onto the street next to Pullman Park when a man in a white van pulled beside them.
His exact words were, "Are you girls okay? Do you need a ride?" We thought nothing of it. He seemed innocent enough.
The man drove away and Bortmus and her friend continued walking to her house.
And we're walking, talking, laughing, and next thing I know, I hear gravel splitting up behind me. And I turn around and he was, maybe 10 feet behind us with his lights out.
What was going through your mind at that point?
Just complete shock, like not sure, what. Obviously at that point we knew what his intentions were.
Bortmus and her friend took off running.
So I fell, I ripped the pant leg out of my pants, and as I fell to the ground, I turned around. His van was in park, his driver door opened, and
Was he walking towards you?
No, he never actually was. He got out and he stepped out of the van, and by the grace of God, I got up and started running.
Following her friend, she ran across the swinging bridge to her house just on the other side. As they arrived, her mom was just pulling in. She called police, but without much to go on, she says they wouldn't come out.
I had a vague description of the man, but no license plate or anything. There really wasn't much. They said they, they didn't come even take a report.
Her dad and cousin went looking for the man in the van, but never found him. In Cherrie Mahan's disappearance months earlier, just 10 miles south in Cabot, there was also a man in a van, but it was blue or green with a skier mural, possibly connected to the case. While Bortmus saw a white van, she still has her suspicions about a possible link to Mahan's disappearance. Do you think that was connected to her disappearance?
At the time, I wasn't sure, but absolutely I do.
Bortmus says a coworker ultimately convinced her to tell her story in the hope that someone will come forward with new information to solve the Mahan case.
And I can't help but think that I'm not the only person that happened to. I think that, that there's probably others out there that, face the same thing. But I feel fortunate that I'm not a statistic, and if anything helps the family with some closure.
Yeah, they could sure use that help. The Butler Police Department telling me they don't have any records from that far back, and they say all tips involving the Mahan case were ultimately forwarded to state police in Butler. I reached out to them, but as of yet haven't heard back. Live in the studio this evening, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.